This is Jim from Better Slots, and the purpose of this video is to show you how to set up your Bally Alpha after a full clear so that it will work with our Better TITO product. And after that, you'll be able to use your ticket printer to print tickets, and it will also receive tickets to add credits to your machine. This particular setup is using a newer version of an operating system for Bally Alpha. It would be dated 2008 or newer. If your operating system is dated 2006 or 7, then you're going to want to find our other video, because the menu system is going to look a little different. So the first thing to do after you're clear, you're going to see on the top screen, you're going to have the game screen behind and then the error messages in the middle. What you want to do is press the test button on your board to go to the menu. And you'll see this pops up just like that, and I'm just going to go through the process now. First thing is to touch Setup, touch Machine Setup, Device Setup, which I missed, Device Setup, and you can see it lists all the devices on your machine. The printer, you want to pick the printer type you have, which in this case we have an Ithaca 950. Say no coin acceptor, no hopper, and then select your bill validator type, which in this case is a Mars. And then your button panel for this game that we're doing, which is Quick Hits, we have a 14 button panel deck. After you're done, touch Save, and then exit back to the main screen. After this, you want to touch Credit Setup. Your base denom, you want to set for a penny, 0.01. And because this is a quick hit game, this multi-denom function is going to be disabled. After that, touch Set. And then after that, you can touch the Advanced Game Configuration. You want to touch Create New Game. Touch your game. Touch the percentage of payout that you want. And then pick the denomination you want to play. And we're going to play a penny. Touch Done. Then touch Save All, and then Exit, which returns you to the previous screen. Touch Exit again. Back to the main menu. We want to set up our clock. You can change your time zone in that and change the time and date to match your local settings. Then press Set, which takes you back to the main menu. You now want to do Game Setup. In this case, we're going to pick 25 lines and 5 credits per line, but you can pick whatever you want as far as what you want to play. Touch Save and Exit. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is touch COM Setup. And these next instructions are to set up the TITO. So you want to touch Protocol Select. Next to Host COM1, where it says Not Set, touch it 1 time, 2 times, so it says SAS Primary, and then touch Save. And notice now that the config opens up for us, so touch Config. The only thing you need to change on this part of the menu is where it says Validation. You touch it until it says System, and then touch Save, and then Previous. And next thing you want to do is touch Dual Host Setup. And basically every setting here that says Not Set, you want to change so it says SAS Primary. Then touch Save, and then Previous, and then Exit. Now for many, depending on your game type, you would be done at this point. Now this game has a progressive, so I'm going to go to the next step here to show you how to set up progressives. If your game does not have a progressive, then do not do this, and go ahead and exit the menu and close your door. So this game has progressives, so you want to touch Progressives Setup, touch New Progressives, touch your game, just like that, and then touch your denomination, and notice they're all green. Touch Done. And the next thing you want to do is Controller Setup. touch Add a Controller. Where it says None, touch it. It brings you up a list of selections. Pick Internal. Then Set. This now says Internal. Touch Save. Now notice the config is open. And it brings up the chart for programming your progressives. Now this is a quick hits game, so I'm going to pick the top 5 selections, and then I'm going to add my percentage of payout. I like to use 0.1 for the top one, 0.2, 0.3. These are all contribution amounts. 0.4. These percentages are pretty good, and it'll actually add up your progressive pretty big. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is set up the actual progressive amounts. This will actually be different for you depending on what your maximum bet is. In our case here, we're 25 lines at 5 credits per line, which means we're $1.25 max bet. So based on that, I can calculate my amounts. My top progressive is going to be $31.25. Second one down is $12.50. Next one down is $125. Next one down is $62.50. And then my last one is $12.50. After that, just touch Save, touch Previous, press Save, Exit, which takes us back to the original progressive setup screen. And the last step here is to touch the config for your game, and then you want to assign the controller, the internal controller that we just set for this game. So you, at the bottom, touch Select Controller. It brings up a small menu. You touch Internal, which is what we just set up. Touch Set, then touch Save All, Exit, and then Save All again. Exit this back to the main menu, and you notice all of our errors on the side are now missing, and that means the machine is good to go. So you just touch Return to Game and close your door, and the game will come up and your TiTo will be up and working.